to the Aboriginal channel. This episode will be another part to the Bible, Weaponized. Now we're going into chapter 3, right after Adam and God created Eve. It says, and they were both naked, the man and his wife, and were not ashamed. Now, because Adam and Eve are in a garden, that represents the female Maya as God and the male Maya as God. Now, it starts chapter 3 off with, now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord God had made. And he said unto the woman, hath God said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden? And the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, which is in the middle of the garden, God has said, ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. And the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die, for God do know that in the day ye eat thereof, your eyes shall be opened. Pause. So I'm going to stop right here and go into some other information and show you basically how the serpent is also a American Indian god. Now remember that the serpent told her that God knoweth that if you eat of that tree, your eyes shall be open. Right here at that historyonthenet.com, where it talks about the Mayan pantheon, gods and goddesses. Right here it says Kukulkan is the feathered serpent god of the Mayans. Then right here it says the Mayan feathered serpent deity Kukulkan was known to other Mesoamerican cultures like the Aztecs and Olmecs, who worshiped the god under different names. The myth surrounding this deity mentioned the god as a creator of the cosmos in the Popol Vuh, the Quiche Maya sacred book. The serpent god is also called the vision serpent. Okay, the serpent god is also called the vision serpent. It says the feathers represent the god's ability to soar in the heavens, while as a serpent, the god can also travel the earth. So the Mayan serpent god is also called the vision serpent. Goes on to say in the Bible that she took of the fruit thereof and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. And the eyes of them both were opened, and they knew that they were naked, and they sewed fig leaves together and made themselves aprons. So we just pointed out the Mayan serpent god in the Bible that gave vision or caused the eyes of Adam and Eve to open right here in the Bible. But we also see that this passage right here about seeing that they were naked and then they sewed fig leaves together and made themselves aprons, that could have been a way that Europeans utilized to get Indians to cover up or to put clothes on, since they had respect for the serpents. Unlike us today, we've been taught that serpents and snakes and things are bad. But I'm going to go back over here to the website where it talks about the Mayan goddesses and gods. Right here, when it's given an overview of the cosmology of the Mayans, it says, to the Mayans, the world was flat, with 4 strong gods at each of the corners representing the cardinal directions. In a previous video, I spoke of the 4 corners. There we learned that in American Indian cosmology, there were 4 strong gods at each of the corners representing the cardinal directions. I pointed this out because I got to use it as an example to show how I speak in general about some of the American Indian doctrine. Like right here, it says the world was flat to the Mayans. And we know the Mayans to be located historically in the Central America area, right? However, when we look in the book, America, being the latest and most accurate description of the New World, written in 1671 by John Ogilvy, where they show a map right here of Carolina and the edge of Virginia with this coat of arms on it, signifying Indian defeat and European victory. But over here in Virginia, it says that the Indians imagined the world to be flat and round like a trencher, and they in the middle. So all the way over there in Carolina and Virginia, the Indians believed the world to be flat, as did the Mayans right here. It says to the Mayans the world was flat. So on a side note, when you see Aboriginals wolfing that flat earth-ish, most of the times it's genetic memory. So don't be mad at them flat earthers. Through the history books, which has all been a lie. So therefore, if it's a lie, then what's the truth? If it's a